How are you? I'm Simon. And after some bit of thinking, I thought about what my homepage could look like. And here it is. Now, before, this is what I had designed at the beginning of the tutorials. This is what I expected it to look like. And after some bit of thinking, I'm like, okay, why can't I change this? Now, feel free to put in the comment section what your test would be, or you bring up an idea. After that, I'm going to design my landing page like this, and then we shall do the rest of the things as we go through. All right, this is supposed to be possible. I don't know. I'll try and correct that. Possible, impossible, possible. All right. Okay, let's continue. So I want to design my home page, and currently this is how it looks like. Now, do not forget. So I've looked at some of the main things that I need. First of all, I need the logo to be there like this, and then a simple, theme. This can change at any moment. Then the login and the register on one side. So this is like a div. Now on the other pages it may not look like this, but this is what I want to have as a landing page. Very simple. Now this is a row in a container, so we have a row and we have the first div and the second div. Now inside that we have a flex where we have all the items centered, and this could be another div, and below the div there is a horizontal rule, and beneath there's a donate button. And then I expect to have items in categories, for example 3D animation. Now since the MTN API is one of the things that people are looking for, mostly on my YouTube channel, I gave it priority here. And then others in programming, okay. So, and then the about section, that could be about me, since this is a company website, a personal website. Now, secondly, I may also need, because I have other tutorials in 3D animation, in programming, especially tutorials concerning the Max SDK. So I can put here the 3ds Max SDK, some of the things that people search for mostly on my channel. Enough of talking, and we must start doing. All right, let me go to my Notepad++. Now I talked about other items like Visual Studio Code. I do have Visual Studio Code. I do have Atom. Where is Atom? I do have Atom, but I'm sticking to this so that we have a project from beginning to end. But whatever you need, it's up to you. All right, let me go ahead and I go to resources, views. Okay, so the layouts, and we have welcome.blade, and this is our welcome.blade. Now I'll shift these later, but let me first work on these. Okay, so I have div content, and then I'm going to remove everything here, and then I think let me see up there, that's not a container. Let me make this div a class of container. Okay, inside that div I'm going to put something. I'm going to put another div with the class of row. So div, and then the class is going to be row. To row. Great. So inside the div with the class of row is where I'm going to put two divs. Now let me refresh here. Good. So just to be cool on whatever we is developing, I'm going to start giving them background colors there and then. So I'm going to do a style is equal to background color, just a dummy color. Let it be pink. Hope that works. So the whole row should be at least pink. All right, so when I refresh, we see nothing. It's because our div is still empty. So let me add something such as blur blah, blah, blah. Save and then refresh. All right, so you see we have the pink there. All right, so I do not have a div height for the moment, but we shall see what we can do. Great, so let's do something now. Let's go ahead and put 2 divisions inside here. Because this is a row, I need 2 divs, and that's the first div. And then this is the second div. One thing I like with Visual Studio Code is the prettier plugin, but I haven't attempted plugins on this side of Notepad++. All right. Let me switch to Visual Studio Code. All right. So we do have 2 divs. Press Alt and click into the 2 divisions. Okay. And then type class is equal to 1. I need a call because I want both of them to be 6 by 6, which will make them 12. Okay, and then I'm going again to go to style. Okay, and I make it equal to background color. So one is going to be, okay, let me see, white, and the other is going to be something else. All right, so let me first go back and get to know the color here of my this other item. Okay, so more colors, custom colors. So this color is RGB. The first color is 165. The other is 0. There is 30 something, 33. Then I save. Of course, our divisions are still empty, so we may not see anything for the moment. Right? But you can see the other word has disappeared. So let me put something into the divisions that this is div 2. And then this is div 1. And then I save. Right, so they are still short divisions I need to justify. So I'll fix the height of the row. Okay. Let the height of the row be 720 pixels. Just guessing. And then I refresh. All right, so this is 720 pixels. So I need one to go to the other side and the other this other side. All right, so that's what we have, but the columns are still stuck on top of each other. The reason why the columns are still stuck on top of each other is because I do not have any bootstrap link here. So this is what I want to do. I'm going to create one folder where I'm going to link our bootstrap once and for all. So I'm going to, I can also create a CSS folder in the public, that's okay. But I just want to have the bootstrap link once and for all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the views and then I right click. Then I create a new folder and I call it partials. Partials. So inside partials, I want to create a new file and I call it bootstrap.blade.php. Great. So inside bootstrap.blade.php, I just want to go to getbootstrap.com and then I get the CDN because I've discovered the CDN is not linked into this. So getting started is where I find my bootstrap links. I'm just going to copy this. This is the latest for the CSS. Then I come, I'm still stuck onto the other. And I paste it there. I press enter. Then I want to also link the JavaScript. So I just need to come. So I'm going to copy the JavaScript bundle. Okay, so you take time to read through all this. Okay, so I'm just going to paste it there, and then I guess I'm done. All right, so I'm going to go to the welcome page. Then what I'll do, I'll just link my Bootstrap here. I can link it here. Okay, because if this is a blade thing, then I can do at include, and where is it? It is already in views. So at include partials, and then dot now bootstrap dot bootstrap. Okay, then I save. All right, so let's go check again and then refresh. I expect them now to, you can see now they are following the bootstrap divisions. So this is division A, and then the division, another division the other side. All right, so let's continue. So that was the issue, and let me go ahead and continue now because bootstrap is fully linked. So I'll go ahead in the divisions now because they are following. Okay, my colors are also not linked yet. RGB. Okay, we are still following pink. Let me first get to see which div is what. They are all still following pink background color. Okay, I'm lacking an N into this. Save and then refresh. We should be seeing our colors. Great. All right, so we need to work on this section or this section. So let's start with this section. So when you go to Bootstrap here, and then you look for flex, okay, I want to find deflex. Great, so one thing we want to do, we want all items to be in the center of our div. We want all items to be in the center of our div, and that's what I'm going to do. So first of all, let me create a list item for the content. So this is it. So I'm going to create one div, which is going to be at the top. So div, and then another div that will be below. So I'm going to create a horizontal rule, HR, and then below that I also create another div, which will have my donate. All right. So in this div, the upper div, I'm going to okay, I said I'll separate them with color. No worries. I'm going to put an ordered list, UL. Okay, and inside the unordered list, I'm going to put these items, the LI, and in that LI, I want to have 3D animation. In fact, let it be straight. 3D animation. And then the other list item is going to be MTN API. And the other list item is going to be tutorials. Let me double check. Programming. And then lastly, the other is going to be about. And then the lower div after the horizontal rule, I expect only one item, but still it's going to be under the unordered list. And inside the unordered list, I want to have one LI, which is going to be donate. Okay, so let's refresh and we see what we have. Great, there they are, but they are at the top, they are not in the center. So I'm going to use the flex to put all of these items in the center here, center of the page. Okay, so let's go ahead. So this is a div, yes, and then the class. So div, and then take this below the other divs. So I have this div, and then this is the donate div. So beneath the donate div, I put my other div, the closing tag. Great, and this is what I want. So everything is in the center. I also want it at the center of this whole item. So I want it to be in the center of that whole div there. Align items, center again. So let's see what we have. All right, so first thing we're going to do, I think we're going to create another div now, so that all this is in one div. We could follow this div, and then we're going to create one, and we're going to say, let me say flex fill. Let's see the resulting outcome. Refresh. Great, so we have a flex fill, but our items have lost control. They are no longer in the center. Okay, so this justify center, what if I remove it from up there, but I remain with the align center, and then I refresh? Okay, so now I'm going to get the justify center for the deflex, and I put it here and also put it in the division below. All right, so we're going to get deflex, and then we justify center. So let's refresh. All right, so that has moved to the center, and then we do the same for the other class below. So the other division, all right. Great, so let's refresh, and we have the donate in the middle too. All right, so when we check our original PowerPoint slide, we have items sliding from left to right. So let's see what we can do again with Bootstrap. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create another class again. So class, and then what do I want with that class? Okay, first of all, I need to have a deflex where these items are justified. So I justify the content. I think I'm just going to justify the content around. All right, so my items should be floating, but then they are close together. So I still want them to fill this whole div they are they are in. So the only thing I need to add here is flex fill. Okay, and then I come back and refresh. Wow, we have them spanning all over. All right, so one other thing I need to do, I need to decorate my items. So that is a style. Okay, something is missing here. That's why we do not have the first decoration here. So I'm just going to close the tag. I think I was missing the closing item there, closing property. So let me refresh. Okay. All right, so we do have that. I'll come and type that style will equal to a list style of none. All right, so if I come back and refresh, all right, so I do not have a decoration there. And then I can do the same now, what I've just done up here to the lower list items here. Okay. All right. Great. So we still have this other div, but what I'm going to do here is make sure that these buttons are clickable, or you can hover over them. So it's as simple as putting an a tag on the list item, okay, and closing a tag, and then I put that the href can lead us to nothing. So if I do this for the rest of the list items, so I'll press Alt so that I select everything that I want to have that tag, and then I paste. All right, so I select the other a tag, copy it, and then I press Alt and I select every end of the list item and I paste. All right, so when I refresh, all right, so here they are. I think I haven't pasted on any of those. I think I haven't pasted on list item 1. Okay, I have 2 tags. Great. So all right, so let's add our image in div 1, and then I'll leave the rest for you so that you figure out how to do it, and then we meet in the next video. All right, so let's go to div 1, and we need to add an image in the first div, pogicode.com, and then I look for storage, and then under app public, I'm going to create one called logos. All right, so we have the other images that we've been uploading, the playlist images and what in our recent videos. So I'm going to create one called logos. And then inside logos, I'm going to put logo.png. So let me browse for that image, logo.png. Okay, let me see under my images. Here it is. Then I paste it here. So I'm just going to rename it to logo. So it's already a PNG file. Then I save. All right, so we shall create the image tag, so which will be img, and then let's see. So we're going to have the source src, which is equal to blade. Okay, and inside the blade we have asset. That's the asset, and then the source now. Come on, okay. I do need to have this in double quotes here. Okay, we are great to go. So inside the asset, the images are in storage, and then public. Okay, I need to create a folder called logos. Logos, I'll create it. And then stroke logo.png. Okay, so I haven't added that. Let me go ahead and do that. All right, so let me refresh and see. All right, so we can see our image. Reason why we need to link now the storage to the public, because it's looking for this image from the through the public folder. So we're going to create a shortcut. So what do? We go ahead to our CMD, and then we do a PHP artisan, and then we make a storage colon link. So PHP artisan storage link, press enter. So the link has been created, and let me show you that link now. Okay, so let's go ahead. So if you go to our public folder, so we now have a shortcut, and if you click on it, it will take you to the storage, and then we go to the logos, just like that. So let me delete it again, and let me first refresh, and we see that we have our image right now. So let me go ahead and delete it again. So it's in public, and then I delete it. All right, so if I refresh again, no image. All right, so until I do run the PHP storage link over here, so let me do run it here again. All right, so it has been linked. If I come back here to my image, so you can see we have the storage, and if I refresh, we do have that. All right, so I'll let you go ahead and clean up this. For example, you can do your CSS styling and you remove the underline. You make sure that when you hover, it changes to another color. It's not in blue because of the A tag all the time. And then you put the signing here. Of course, I need to reduce the logo. Very many things you can do the cleanup for. I just wanted to show you how I'm creating the home page using Bootstrap right now. And then next thing we're going to do is whenever someone clicks on the category, we go to that category. Now the categories are just listed here, but I need them to be coming from the categories table at any moment that I need them. Okay, or I'll need them to be displayed on the other side of the page. All right, so you go ahead and do that. Let's meet in the next video. Do not forget to donate to this website so that we do free support, so that you get access to other videos that are only to the people who have donated, among others. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's meet in the next video.